Good afternoon, friends and visitors to Albania. It is now time for our English Flash News edition, in which we present the news in a translated version in English. I'm Daniel Cook, your host, 6 days a week right here on Ora News. And in today's news, it appears that Visar Zhiti is still going to be appointed to the Vatican, although perhaps in a secondary role rather than as the ambassador of Albania. This was implied by the foreign minister, Bushati, during an interview on the show Tonight Il Vettore. He said that the official announcement of the diplomatic engagement of Zhiti is probably just a matter of days away. He said, "Regarding Mr. Zhiti, we as a government believe that we do not have the luxury of making abusive decisions about such personalities, and we believe that in the coming days we will have communication on this issue. Mr. Zhiti will hold another position, but we will make it public at the right time. No one can hold back the representation of Albania in the Vatican. It is no coincidence that Visar Zhiti is the second person to be rejected by the President of the Republic." Minister Bushati also clarified the conflict with the President regarding the appointment of ambassadors. For this issue, he referred to the Constitution. "First, I have to say that we've acted in accordance with the Constitution of the Republic of Albania. The President is not one of the three powers that the Constitution puts in charge of ambassadorships," he said. The foreign minister announced a visit by the European diplomat Federica Mogherini on February 23rd. A protest has been planned for Wednesday against the dangerous and inappropriate disposal of hospital waste. 52 civilian organizations have reacted to the hospital waste scandal, which was broadcast on Channel 1 television. In an official announcement, these organizations have demanded that the health and environmental authorities give an account for the treatment of dangerous hospital waste. They collectively sent a letter to the municipality of Tirana asking for an official report on hospital waste management. The civil society will hold a protest on Wednesday at 12 o'clock at the Skanderbeg Square in Tirana. The protest is against the unlawful and dangerous disposal of hospital waste, which has been brought to light through an investigation of the Department of Information on Channel 1 TV. The Democratic Party feels that it is vital to decriminalize the parliament before the start of the local elections in June. They have called the majority to establish an ad hoc commission for the decriminalization of the assembly. The Democratic MP, Oerd Bulukbashi, stated that the agreement that was reached back in December must be followed. He stated that there is no time to lose, as the local elections are coming. Bulukbashi appealed to the government to establish the commission during Thursday's plenary session. The opposition has said that the correct formula that will lead to the decriminalization of the parliament has not yet been found, but whatever it is, it must be implemented in time for the local elections. The Democratic Party has prepared a list of proposed candidates to be members of this commission. Ora News has learned that the Democrats themselves will be represented by Oerd Bulukbashi and Edward Halimi. The Economic Commission held their scheduled meeting today, and as usual, it was marked with debate and disagreement. Today's debates centered around the new draft law on state borrowing. The opposition claimed that the new draft law that was proposed by the government is unconstitutional, and the majority claimed that the president's decree overturning this draft was unfounded. The Minister of Finance responded specifically to one of the arguments of President Nishani, which is that this draft law greatly empowers the Minister of Finance. Minister Chani stated that the new draft provides flexibility to the Minister of Finance, but does not provide additional competence or power. Some days ago, the President of the Republic returned the law on state borrowing to the Assembly for review. After today's rejection of the decree by the majority, the law will now pass to the Parliament. The Assembly Speaker, Ilir Meta, paid a visit to Fier today in order to personally oversee the distribution of aid to the farmers who have been affected by the floods. Accompanied by the Minister of Agriculture, Edmond Panariti, the Assembly Speaker distributed some compensation to a poultry farm in Ferras, which was damaged by the flooding. The Assembly Speaker donated 2,500 birds to the farm. He asked the Chief of Emergency Staff of Fier to meet the needs of the residents there, and he told the citizens to call him if their needs are not being met. Meta gave his assurance that the economy will recover from this tragedy, and he expressed his appreciation for the agreements between the government and the second-level banks to ease the loan payments for farmers who have been affected by the flooding. He said, "This is the moment to build a visionary policy of investment and agricultural insurance. I welcome the work of the Ministry of Agriculture and the agreements that they have reached with the second-level banks." Minister Panariti promised to remain close to the citizens and work for the recovery of agriculture and farming sectors. All of Albania is in unity with the residents of the flooded areas from north to south, and a great deal of aid has been sent from abroad as well. Other countries in which Albanians live have contributed large amounts of assistance, as well as other friendly countries. Plans are moving forward for the Trans-Adriatic Pipeline, which is going to supply fuel and gas for the country of Albania. The TAP project in Albania has increased the interest in the gasification of the country, but up to this point, a feasibility study has yet to be done. This process will be underway soon, and it will be conducted by the Azerbaijan company Circus. The total projected cost of the pipeline project has not yet been revealed to the public. The feasibility study will cost $3 to $4 million, according to the Circus spokesman. The strategic plans for the gasification project will depend on this study, which will provide a clearer picture of investment opportunities. The budget needed for the gasification of Albania is not yet defined, and the study will determine the costs that are involved. The project was discussed at a roundtable meeting with the participation of the stakeholders. One of the primary participants in the discussions about the future of the TAP project is the company Alb Petrol, which currently has the exclusive right to distribute gas in Albania. A legal issue has arisen surrounding the Circus of Tirana, as apparently it has been operating on private property. The owner of this property has come forward and requested that the circus be moved elsewhere. The Minister of Culture, Mirela Kumbaro, responded today to this problem. She said that the Circus of Tirana will not be moved from its current location for the time being, until another location is found to host it. She said, "The circus has all the protection and support of the Ministry of Culture, which is opposing the decision to remove it. It is still an issue in process. We are following the process both in legal terms and in the improvement of the conditions of the circus, for which we have a project underway." Minister Kumbaro said that a temporary agreement has been reached with the owner of the land, and that the circus will stay where it is until another building is found. The circus tent has been located on this same property for 62 years now. In 1995, the Commission for Restitution and Compensation of Property returned this land to the Petrella family in the capital. Later, in 2007, it was sold to the Democratic Party MP Astrid Valiaj, who currently holds the deed on this land. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news for this evening. Thank you for watching. Please join us again tomorrow at the same time for more Albanian news in English. Thank you and good night.